ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Dear co-workers, well, when I stood in this very spot last year, it was our colleague Colin who joined me on the stage and said goodbye to me with the words, "See you next year, Guy, hopefully in more peaceful times." Well, look what happened. Maybe that's why the Berlinale is more important than ever, to illuminate and to scrutinize reality, yes, but also to create counter-designs and spaces of possibility and, yes, spaces of hope, which we probably need more than ever. Welcome to the award presentation of the Independent and International Juries. I'm Holger Hettinger, head of the music department, both of Deutschlandfunk and Deutschlandfunk Kultur, and I'd like to guide you through this ceremony. We've got quite a straight schedule as every year, so let's try not to exceed 1 hour as every year. Bäume im Sturm, trees in a storm. This was a highly symbolic image that Carlos Chatrian found for the effect of films to describe this process that film imagines trigger on our consciousness. It's a very important thing, very good and very strong effect. Before I like to ask Carlo to join me on stage and for some words of welcome, I would like to step back. Very good. From my role as a moderator, just in order to say, well, a few personal words to Carlo. Well, I would like to say simply thank you. Thank you, Carlo, for the past Berlinale years. So, okay, let's make it face to face. Carlo, you have created an inspiring, diverse, relevant, and visually stunning program under really difficult conditions. And, well, the COVID pandemic was the least of the challenges. Well, I come from a very small town, and the only thing you can do is going to the cinema. And this cinema, I remember this so precisely, for me it was kind of a window to the world. It was sensational. It was this sheer fascination, the power of images and stories, the impulse that have stayed so long in me. I found it again in your programs, and I'd like to say thank you for your work, thank you for your efforts. Carlos Chatrian. So, stage is yours.
No, I don't have many words to say. I want to thank the filmmakers, the actor, the producer that have come to this edition, the public, you, journalists that have followed our selection. As you probably know, we don't go for obvious choices. I think that a festival is a place for provoking thought, for raising questions. So we try to choose films that are also a mirror of the reality, so that take sides and ask the audience to take sides. Hopefully, because we don't show only one film, but we show many, throughout the program we have given a platform for all the different thoughts and positions to be included. And even maybe more important, to sparkle new thought and discussions. I know that it has not been easy for some guests, some part of the audience. It's hard nowadays to find our own place among the others, and we are sad about that. But the festival can do so much, can show films, and hopefully through films helps a better coexistence among us. This is the time of the awards, so my thought is always to the winner, but also the ones that have not been recognized, and hopefully they will be recognized at the festival, by audience in the theaters, and so my thought is really a thought for everyone, but today we are celebrating the one that has been recognized by the independent jury. Before leaving the floor to Holger Oettinger, I would like to add something. Das ist nicht nur die 74. Berlinale, aber auch das 25. Berlinale für Holger Hettinger. Also, und ich danke ihm für die Arbeit. Bitte, bitte, auf die Bühne.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for your support to the festival. We have, here at the festival we love flowers, so we have some flowers for you. They are colorful, like our program. And then we have also a scarf. The weather is not that winter, but scarf are always nice.
Oh, thank you very much. Thank you.
Bitte schön.
Thank you. Ganz herzlichen Dank. Thank you very much. Danke, Carla. Grazie mille. Molto gentile. Grazie. Das wäre doch nicht nötig gewesen. Ja, vielen Dank. Ich versuche das jetzt hier mal zu arrangieren. I try to arrange this in... very kind of you. Excellent. Otherwise, somebody could steal my flowers. So, thank you very much, Carla. Thank you for this wonderful surprise. Yeah, 25 years, so time for a change, I would say. This year, I really became aware that the Berlinale lives, of course, from all the aspects of cinematic art, but at least as much from discussions, from exchange, from encounters, from the critical dialogue, from really intensive and controversial dialogue that is triggered by these films. Of course, there are also constant factors. The diversity of the different creative approaches are still in the center of our attention. This year, almost 230 films summed up to a wide range of political, formal, and also aesthetic positions. And it's the merit of the independent juries to illustrate, to point out this enormous variety of these different approaches. So this is why the work of the independent juries is so important. They appreciate creative performances from different points of view, from different angles. Today there will be 8 juries awarding 10 prizes with criteria that differ from case to case according to the intention of the prize. I'll try to sketch out these intentions in advance of every jury's awarding. No need to take notes. At the end of the award ceremony, you will get a list with all the award winners and the special mentions. This will take place back there at the doors. So far for the formal things. Let's start our ceremony with the Amnesty International Film Prize. Since 2005, this prize is on the agenda of this ceremony. The jury viewed films entered in the competition and in the youngest section encounters, as well as in the Panorama, Forum and Generation programs. They paid special attention on the topic of human rights, according to the objective of Amnesty International's meritorious work. The prize is worth 5,000 euros. And the members of this year's jury are the journalist and film producer Dr. Alice Brauner, the actor Yannick Schümann, and Ann-Kathrin Paulisch from Amnesty International Germany.
Hello, morning. Dear ladies and gentlemen, before I announce the winning film of this year's Amnesty International Film Award, it's important for us, the jury, to shout out an honorable and special mention to 2 films that have deeply touched our hearts. First, the film Intercepted by Oksana Karpovich from Ukraine, which was shown at the Forum section, and second, the Peruvian-Chilean film Raíz by Franco Garcia Becerra from the Generation K Plus section. And now I come to the winning film, and I would like to read out our jury explanation. The winning film is about the odyssey of an escape from Syria. It ticks every box. From the script to the narrative, the acting. This film has everything needed to touch many on an emotional level. In this drama, various perspectives are told with sensitivity and empathy. whether it is that of the pediatric surgeon who carries out a life-saving operation, the captain who can no longer sleep, or the smuggler who is himself a refugee and uses the money to give his sick son a better life. The motivations of the protagonists, their problems and pain points, are insights that are rarely told so well. The context of the Syrian civil war is almost left out, but it's not needed. That is because this story could happen in any war and in any century. That is the humanitarian message that Shakespeare had Hamlet proclaim over 4 centuries ago, and it is the one that gives rise to the title of the film. Since we honor films that attempt to portray truthfulness, The Strangest Case wins this year's Amnesty Film Award at the Berlinale with a sensitive polyphony. I will go on, but you can stand here. Okay, that was not the end. I will go on. It's just a little bit left.
God, I just jumped ahead. I'm sorry. I'm mistaken.
No, it's good. Okay, just listen to us. Okay, so the fictional character of the film allows you to get up close and personal with the events and the characters themselves, such as when a child is resuscitated. These extreme images are hard to forget, burning themselves into your memory. The film is a wake-up call, and even when you think you have seen everything, it jolts you out of your apathy and encourages you to take a stand. The film comes at a time when Europe is making legal escape routes impossible, criminalizing sea rescues and shifting asylum procedures to external borders or even third countries. There needs to be an outcry from civil society to end this inhuman policy, something the film can contribute to. This year marks the 19th time the 5,000 euros prize has been awarded. The Berlinale sees itself as a political film festival, and the Amnesty International Film Award aims to pay tribute to filmmakers who dedicate their work to human rights. Congratulations, and thank you for the film, The Strangest Case.
Thank you. I'm so touched. Thank you. I've been crying all week here. I don't know what's going on. I think maybe you should write something. You guys, that was beautiful. You could write me a speech right now. All right. Thank you for the warm reception for the film here. It's been so touching to me. It's clearly, you can tell, like, it's very personal to me, what's going on in the world right now. I'm really thankful to this festival for bringing our film here. I think Carl, I think you made some bold choices, and I fucking respect that. I mean, I respect that a lot. Art, for me, is really about love. It gives us this opportunity, this interesting opportunity to discuss these topics that, like, we maybe otherwise couldn't talk about. And that was the case for me as a kid. It continues to be the case. In the Stranger's case, Shakespeare saw this happening hundreds of years ago, and the same thing keeps happening again and again and again. I love the people of Syria. What's happened to them is not right. We're better than that. We are better than that. We can't let these things happen. It's happening again. It's happening today. We can't let these things happen. I have to speak out. Every voice matters. Your voice matters. My voice matters. We're not strangers. This is an amazing country. I lived here actually as a kid for a little bit. I love this country. Berlin is an amazing city. Last time I was here, the wall was up, but this is an amazing city. Germany led the way for refugees at one point. That's changed. Germany can do better. You guys are better. I want to see you do better. Lead the world again in this effort to help people. It's the most beautiful part of being human. It's to help. It's the most beautiful part of being a human being is to extend your hand when someone needs help. Is to say, I'm here for you. I don't care what color you are. All right. I'm not crying anymore. God, that was emotional. Thank you all for this. I appreciate just being here. Can I do something? I'd like to do something a little unconventional, if it's okay. Can I do something unconventional? Are there rules in this thing? I don't know. I'd like to take the prize money that was donated to us. I'd like to give it back to Amnesty International Germany. And I'd just ask that you put it towards a refugees-related cause. Is that possible? Can I do that? Is that okay? Okay. Very good. Thank you all very much. Thank you. Thank you.
One more. Thank you.
Here, please. Here, please. Thank you. Thank you very much. Yeah, that was very touching. So, let's continue our ceremony with the three prizes of the ecumenical juries. The ecumenical jury is a merger of the international film organizations, both of the Protestant and the Catholic Church, Interfilm and Signis. The jury awards films with a certain religious connotation. This does not mean, however, open displays of religious messages, but the objective is merely to award films that expose spiritual, human or social values. The jury awards its main prize to a film entered in the competition. Furthermore, there are two other prizes, both worth 2,500 euros, one to a film from the Panorama section, one to a film from the Forum section. I'd like to introduce this year's jury. These are Karin Becker, Jacques Champeau, Anita Nemes, Brent Rodriguez-Plate, Marta Romanova-Jakobsone, and Sister Francesca Shimuninova. Stage is yours.
Good afternoon. We go directly to the point. So, no mystic moments. The prize of the ecumenical jury in the official competition goes to Keike Mahbobeman from Mariam Moghadam and Behtash Sanaiha. I tried Farsi. As we know, yeah. Oh, great. Nice to meet you. Very nice. Yeah. As we know, the main makers could not be here, but we have these great actors here, and I thank you very much for this movie. You were just great. And I read our motivation. It's important too. The filmmakers of My Favorite Cake show us how paradise can be created in your own backyard. It requires a little laughing, drinking, dancing, and of course, eating cake. Yet it also needs a strong dose of resistance and the courage to move beyond the confining patterns of social and political life. While this small story is in Iran, it offers promises for connection and joy to anyone, anywhere, late in life. So you get this, and you get this placket.
Thank you very much. بهتاش و مریم بهتاش و مریم خیلی سلام رسوندن.
Behtash and Mariam send their greetings.
و خیلی تشکر کردن از هیئت جوری محترم.
And extend their special thanks to the esteemed panel of juries.
خیلی متاسفن که اینجا نیستن در میان شما.
They are really sorry they couldn't be here today with you.
ولی ارزش این جایزه رو به خوبی میدونن. ممنونی.
This gift means a lot to them. Thank you very much.
Maybe we can do one where we see the whole jury as well. So maybe down there.
Hello, my name is Brent Rodriguez-Plate. I had the privilege to work with my colleagues on the overall competition as well as the smaller jury with Francesca and Karen for the panorama. Pleased to introduce the Panorama Prize of the Ecumenical Jury, and it goes to the film Sex by the filmmaker Dag Johan Hagerud. Sex is a film about sex and gender, though no sex is shown. The filmmakers demonstrate how honesty and intimacy are vital to human relationships. Through slow pacing and humorous conversations, the film focuses our attention on the nuances of the social constructions of gender and sex, and more importantly, of love. One protagonist in the film talks about people who make the world smaller, and then there are those who make the world larger. The movie Sex definitely makes the world larger.
I am Maren Kreumann of the sales agent, Emma Peel. We are presenting the film internationally and looking for distributors around the world and festivals to help us and the film reach its audience. The director, unfortunately, is not here, so I'm here to take the film on his behalf. But he sends a message that I will read to you now. With Sex, I have tried to explore sexuality in the broadest sense, but also open up a space for what men can talk about when it comes to sexuality, gender, and identity. I hope it has become a film that can be a starting point for meaningful conversations. Receiving the prize from the Ecumenical Jury means a lot to me, so thanks a lot to the jury for having recognized our efforts in making what we somewhat jokingly have been calling a philosophical sex film. I would like to thank Michael Stütz for having invited the film, and also Carlo Chatrian. The film is very much in the line of what we like to defend in cinema. It sparks a discussion on many subjects in relation to sexuality, identity, fidelity, and relationship in our societies. For me, it's and for my team, it's particularly nice and to receive the award from the ecumenical jury, because we hope that we find that the film relates is very relatable for a broad part of our society, and we hope to reach many viewers and spark discussions with everyone. Thank you very much. Thank you. I'm not the director.
Hello, I'm Marta Romanovi Jakobsone, and I would like to give award from Ecumenical Jury in Forum section. And first, I would like to give a special mention to one film that really touched us a lot, and it is a film Intercepted by Oksana Karpovic. And I would like to read our motivation. And Phone conversations between Russian soldiers and their families were intercepted by Ukrainian army. In this documentary, director Oksana Karpovich confronts recordings of these conversations with images of destroyed Ukrainians' houses and villages. The confrontation creates a collision and striking portrait of war.
Thank you so much for this prize, and thank you so much, Berlinale, for having us here at the festival. I would like to dedicate this special mention to all Ukrainian people who became victims of the Russian violence. It's a prize for them, for their resilience, for their resistance and strength. Thank you.
And now the Ecumenical Prize for Forum section. And this prize is endowed with 2,500 euros by Evangelical Church in Germany. And this prize goes to film Marias Klusums, Maria's Silence by director Davis Sīmanis. And our motivation for this award is this black and white film relates the real story of silent actress Maria Leiko, traveling from Germany to Soviet Russia and trapped by the regime. Maria and the Latvian theater company in which she was enrolled become victims of the massive purge of this period. The jury appreciated the transformation of the main character who witnesses the evils of the system and eventually decided to choose silence as a form of resistance against outrageous violence. And this film is very important for me as well because I am from Latvia and I will give this award to the team.
I come not with my own mission, but with Davis Sīmanis' mission, the receiver of the award. As the head of the section, he entrusted me to read out his words. He writes, "I'm deeply touched and truly honored to receive this award as it values films for the universal and humanistic approach. Right now, we are living in a time when darkness is trying to prevail in many different ways. We have to be strong, and we cannot allow ourselves to lose the ability to recognize and fight evil. This award fills me with certainty that our film is able to motivate people to stay aware." Thank you so much. Foto trotzdem?
Thank you very much. One of the colleagues, one of the photographers asked me, well, Holger, what's up with these two microphones? Nobody uses them. They always go there. They're disturbing because they're always in the picture. Can you take them away? After 35 years on stage as a musician and a presenter, I know one thing: don't even think about touching a microphone on stage that somebody else put there. So I'd like to ask my technical colleagues, would it be possible that we, well, take them away or put them on the floor? Können wir die irgendwie runternehmen? Dann haben die Fotografen hier freie Sicht. And it might be easier for all of you to take some photos. Let's do it like this. I'm away. Just didn't do anything. That's very kind. Dankeschön. Prima. So gut hätte ich das nicht gekonnt. I couldn't have done it like this. Thank you. AG Kino Gilde e.V. is an association of film professionals who run art house cinemas, representing more than 300 cinemas throughout Germany. These cinemas offer a strong personal approach towards the world of film, according to the high knowledge of these enthusiasts who run the cinemas. They stand for a cinematic experience with a considerable amount of personal touch. Also, they encourage and maintain the dialogue between filmmakers and their audience, and they award the Gilde Filmpreis for film in the competition section. This prize has been at home here at the Berlinale for more than 30 years now. This year's jury was Christian Klemann, Jörg Jakob and Nicole Düser. I'd like to ask the general manager of the AG Kino Gilde e.V., Felix Bruder, to join me on stage. Felix, it's yours.
Yeah, good morning. First of all, I would like to send some greetings of the jury, Nicole, Jörg, and Christine. Two of them are ill. Berlinale took its toll, and one is already on the way home. So I feel very honored to announce the decision of this jury, starting with a little anecdote that they had when they were in line. A few days ago, we were queuing in front of a cinema and two people were talking about a film. I just saw a great film in competition, serious subject, also funny, sometimes fast-paced, but yet throughout thought-provoking, lots of good actors with fantastic piece of music, but I can't remember the name of the film. Now I remember. It was called Living. The film tells an entertaining and repeatedly looping story of people connected by family or friendship and who, like all of us, are heading towards the one big destination in life. It shows, sometimes crudely, sometimes sharply, sometimes in deadpan fashion, but always sensuously and seriously, how to deal with the big questions of life and the challenge of answering these. Like all of us, the protagonists, portrayed by a carefully selected, high-profile cast, repeatedly reach their limits. Some of them exceed them willfully or because their time has come. Framed by a constantly evolving symphonic musical work composed by Lorenz Dangl, the film culminates in a furious finale and ends in a lively silence. We are delighted to award this year's Gilde Filmpreis in the Berlinale Wettbewerb to the film Dying, Sterben von Matthias Glasner. Herzlichen Glückwunsch. Ich war auch sehr bewegt.
Wow. Ich wusste das nicht. Man wird ja sonst oft auch vorher mal so kurz angerufen und so. Umso mehr freue ich mich von den Kinos. Und weil, also ehrlich gesagt, ich kann auf Deutsch reden, soll ich Englisch reden? Deutsch? English? Okay, I'll be doing English. Everyone does in English, so I'm doing English. The most profound experience in the last days here is how many audience members, like you just said, like not professionals, but just audience, in the Verti Music Hall. It's just really huge. I was so surprised. I came to the cinema, it was so huge. And it was full of people. And I thought, oh my God, not they're going to see this film. And this is all a big misunderstanding. They will all leave after 10 minutes. I was really afraid. And then they were so into the film. It was, I opened my heart up very much with this film. And what I learned during these days, if you open your heart, then other ones may do it too. So thank you for this. Thank you.
Thank you, Felix, and congratulations. AG Kino Gilde e.V. provides not only the oldest, but also one of the youngest prize in this round of this awards ceremony. Now, for the third time, there's a new prize called AG Kino Gilde Cinema Vision 14+. Is right? Or do you pronounce it in German? It's German or English? Like this? Okay. You'll never know, because the generation people is a Generation. They pronounce it in German, so I'm a little bit unsure how to do it. And I'd like to welcome the jury of this award in our midst. The aim of the prize is to strengthen innovative cinema for young people beyond the festival. The jury awards a feature film from the Generation 14+ section, and the winning film will be sent on a cinema tour by AG Kino to inspire its young audience, also with additional educational offers. This year's jury consists of cinema operators that are members of the AG Kino Gilde e.V. These are Josephine Nathalie Kraft from Broadway Trier, Nicole Zeiler from Central Kino Rottweil, and Max Roth from Rostock. I'd like to join you on the stage.
Hello. First of all, we would like to thank the Berlinale for giving this youngest independent jury the opportunity to award the Generation 14+ program with its own prize. Thanks to Vision Kino for their trust in the jury results, and to the AG Kino Gilde for their jury support, all the warm meals and the hearty welcomes. And our heartfelt thanks goes to the people behind these institutions, whose names we cannot list here due to time constraints.
Our jury gives a special mention to Disco Africa, une histoire malgache by Luc Razana Jaona, which is the first Malagasy feature film of the Berlinale to dare to reflect the country's history and social upheavals in a youthful change of perspective through a remarkably narrative music in its thriller plot. So thanks again to the Berlinale generations for the selection and an expansion of the festival's cinematic map.
And now to the main prize. A road trip to a summer-drenched city of millions, and at the same time a familiar, intimate universe between people who know each other their entire lives. The loud and quiet moments of this friendship, which protagonist Siba wants to celebrate with one last great day. Last Swing brings us up and close to this group of friends through authentic dialogue and the ability to experience every single moment through the intense affection between the characters. Woven into this colorful candy wrapper is a second story, an self-determined farewell with a final dive. Unspoken but omnipresent, it accompanies the band of protagonists. This youthful staggering, which is captured in pictures for the big screen and with music, tells an intense story, truly cinema vision, and receives the jury prize from us.
Hello, my name is Julia Frickson-Gavris, and I'm a production designer of Last Swim. Thank you so much for kind words, that was beautiful. Thank you, judges, for this honor. I'm happy to accept this award on behalf of the whole crew and our director, Sasha Natwani. Thank you so much for highlighting our film. We're full of gratitude, and we're really happy that the film is going to be shown to a wider audience of the youth in Germany. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. When I talked to the CKA jury in advance of this ceremony, they asked me, oh, we would like to introduce our organization a little bit, and I told them, oh no, let me do this. Why? Well, because it's one of the rare opportunities to stand on the stage and to say a sentence like this. CKA is an acronym that stands for Confédération Internationale des Cinémas d'Art et d'Essai. That's music, that's wonderful. And so I'm very glad to have you here, not only because of this highly musical name. The International Confederation of Art House Cinema was founded in 1955, and their objectives are to encourage art house cinemas to come together at a national and also at an international stage, and to obtain support for art house films from governmental bodies. The CKA forms two juries here at the Berlinale, one for the Panorama section and one for the Forum program. As every year, the Panorama is not only about the films, but also about the relationship between filmmakers and their audience. The films in this year's program express the attitude in many voices and build bridges between lived experiences and cinematic possibilities, as curator Michael Stütz put it. The CKA Art Cinema Award for the Panorama section, introduced by this year's jury, Anna Kruse, Ilona van Hekeren and Victor Courgeon.
Hello. The 2024 CKA Panorama jury wishes to thank the team of the Panorama section for the quality and the diversity of the programmation, both in fiction and in documentary. I don't know if they're here today, but thank you, sincerely. We went through so many emotions in the magnificent two Palast. Before giving the award, we would like to address a special mention to a first feature film that moved us and impressed us by its formal qualities and its vivid immersion into a non-typical Vietnamese family. That film is Coolie Never Cries, directed by Pham Ngoc Lan. It's a huge film. Thanks. And the winner of the CK Award is a movie with a strong but gentle sense of humor, with characters that knows how to tell a story and how to listen to it. All of them, whether they're friends or lovers, are willing to express their feelings without having to fear judgmental reactions. The film also gives space for tenderness within the couple or in between father and child. How not to relate to these families that could be ours. The narrative unfolds with a balance of humor and introspection to challenge normative images of men and society in urban Norway. This approach not only engages the audience but also helps questioning societal expectations surrounding sexuality. This is without mentioning the formal intelligence combining very cinematic movements such as zooms and panoramics mixed with majestic musical interludes. Altogether, it feels that we are witnessing the constant changes and questioning of modern society. We were so happy to learn that it was the beginning of a trilogy. Hopefully, we will be able to continue hearing from those characters we got to love. The CKA Panorama Award goes to Sex by Dag Johan Augerud.
Thank you, dear CKA jury, for giving us the award. I'm here to receive the award for the director, Dag Johan, and he sent again a message that I will read to you. It has been a wonderful experience to have the world premiere of Sex in Berlin, especially to meet a curious festival audience both on the red carpet in Zoopalast and in smaller cinemas as Kino Zukunft. Yesterday, we won the Europe Cinema label, and when we now are additionally recognized by the Art Cinema Award, we take it as a sign that the film has struck a nerve also among art cinema owners. A big thank you to the jury, and hopefully the film will travel and find an audience in many art cinemas all over the world. But first of all in Europe. I would like to add from our side, our role is to sell the film, to find distributors. We already closed a few territories in Europe. France, it will be in the cinemas in France, it will be in the cinemas in Spain, in Greece, in Austria, and in many other negotiations are happening. The distributors had responded very well to the film and want to help release it and help it find its audience. But an important ally here are the exhibitors. And for us, it is a big joy to know that the exhibitors embrace the film and want to give it a space in their cinemas. And in a collaboration, in a partnership with the distributors, we are confident to have the film be a big success. Thank you.
Can you look here, please, folks? Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. The CKA also runs a jury that use the Forum program. The Forum is known to be a Berlinale section that eagerly tries to overcome the borders of the genre and that offer a very special perspective. The view goes from the edge to the center, more or less. At times and at secondary seeming locations or in the past, they still lead us into the center of what the world is currently about, as Barbara Wurm, the new head of the Forum program, wrote in her introduction for this section. The CKA Art Cinema Award for the Forum section presented by the jury, Anka Karamelea, Andrea Crozzoli and Stefan Malešević.
Guten Tag, good afternoon. The CKA Forum jury would like to thank the Berlinale and especially the selection team of the Forum section for a very versatile program and an amazing edition. And the Art House Cinema Award 2024 Forum goes to a unique and bold piece of filmmaking that manages to tear down conventions and borders, for its stylistically and thematically multi-layered approach that crafts a very honest and intimate film that uses self-irony while touching upon significant and consequential issues, for a director that manages to very gracefully balance reality and fiction, humor and tragedy, various art forms and emotions into a powerful cinematic blend. The Art House Cinema Award 2024 Forum goes to Shahid by Nargis Kalor.
Oh my God. Hello. Thank you very much. Yes, first of all, I should say I'm just director and co-writer. My voice is because of many parties here. I should say thank you to Berlinale Forum for this opportunity that we are here. Thanks for your judge. And I should say, as an Iranian woman, last time as I was in Iran is 2009, and I should say big thanks to Berlinale. Thank you that you are standing with the people in Iran. For me, it's really amazing that we have such beautiful movies from inside and outside of Iranian people. And for us, as a Iranian cinema is our weapon. That's our fight. That is a fight for our country and for our freedom. Please don't forget the people in Iran. Please don't forget their fight. And please believe on their fight because they believe on woman life freedom. Thank you.
Can you also look here, please, guys?
And here, thank you. Everyone here where my hand is waving.
As in every year, also this year's Berlinale saw a number of readers of the two biggest Berlin quality newspapers in the screenings of the competition, the Morgenpost and the Encounter section, the Tagesspiegel readers. They voted for their prizes of the readers' jury. I think the readers' juries offer a very important view on the program because they represent those who have to fill the cinemas afterwards. And that's why these awards are particularly important for distribution. To start with the Berliner Morgenpost, it was my colleague Peter Zander who guided the group through the festival and gave critical advice for judging films. Peter, may I ask you to join me on stage?
Dear ladies and gentlemen, this award has a long tradition at the Berlinale, and this year we can celebrate a big anniversary. 50 years ago, in 1974, this prize was awarded for the first time. Since then, our newspaper, the Berliner Morgenpost, has sent every year readers to the Berlinale to watch the films in competition and then award the audience favorite. It was only cancelled twice, 2021 and 22, due to Corona. So please join me in welcoming this year's jury. Bitte kommt alle auf die Bühne. Geraldine Burmeister, Frédéric Bertrand, Thomas Helbing, Katharina Hock, Melanie Jung, Gundula Lang, Herbert Quelle, Lieselot Sagebiel, Konstantin Schajew, Ann-Christine Spindler, Fernando Wallukauf, und Angela Zumpe. Please look at them. These are no film experts, no critics. These are moviegoers, those who end up buying the tickets in the cinema. This is why this prize is of great interest for film producers, distributors, and cinema operators. And some Berlinale movies gained a German distribution right after receiving this award. This year, it was a close race between two films, but at the end, the Reader's Jury Prize of the Berliner Morgenpost goes to the German film Dying, Sterben by Matthias Glasner.
Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah, from the audience. That's what it's all about, of course. That's why we're doing this. You know. And so, yeah, I'm just very happy that the audience is reacting so good to this film. That means so much to me. Thank you very much. What was the other film? Okay, thank you.
Einmal hier. Und einmal hier bitte. Danke. Einmal hier rüber. Nochmal hier, bitte.
Quite a long way to go without these microphones here. For 20 years, the Reader's Jury of the Tagesspiegel reviewed the Forum program. Since last year, the jury has been dedicated to the new Encounter section, which sees itself as a platform for daring feature films and documentaries that promote new perspectives on cinema. It's Christiane Peitz. Christiane, where are you? Who was... who was guiding her group and is eagerly hiding the result of the jury sentence. Christiane, it's yours.
Hello, everybody, and thanks, Holger. And congratulations to 50 years of the Morgenpost jury. We are a little younger. If there is a complaint of festival goers and also of Tagesspiegel readers about this year's Berlinale, it says, we don't get tickets, it's sold out. Perhaps this is also the biggest compliment for a festival. The hunger is huge, the hunger for films reflecting our hopes and fears, where we come from, and what we as human beings do to each other. This hunger is really huge. In this sense, thanks a lot to Carlo and Mariette, to the programmers and all the people of the Berlinale team, to offer again a festival with so many stimulating, exciting, highly considerable, diverse images to satisfy our hunger. And to enable, Holger, you mentioned it already, the exchange about our fears and hopes, convictions and needs. This exchange is more and more important in our divided societies and in a world that sadly today marks the second anniversary of the full-scale Russian invasion in Ukraine. Bringing people together, connecting people and their fantasies, providing a platform for exchange and debate in search of the truth. This is also something which we as a newspaper try to do every day. Also, juries, like our readers' juries, are places for this exchange and dialogue. When we talk about films, we talk about ourselves, we open up. I'm sure our Tagesspiegel Readers' Jury this year made this experience too. So please join me on stage. Otto Brink, Paula Isabel Glamann, Christine Jung, Nina Müller, Torben Schläger, Liz Flierenthart, and Christoph Ulleweit. Thanks to all of you not only for viewing so many films, but also for opening up, for finding the time for exchanging arguments, for listening to each other, for the dialogue and the debate. The 7, among them a psychologist, a film teacher, a media scientist, a historian, saw the 15 films of the Encounters competition, and I think also some more films in other sections. As you know, Encounters gathers audacious films with especially individual handwriting, quite a challenge to decide on the best one. But they did it. The Readers' Jury of the Tagesspiegel awards its prize for the best film in Encounters 2024 to Une famille, a family, by Christine Angot. Unfortunately, the director and renowned writer Christine Angot couldn't return to Berlin today, so one of the jury team accepts the prize in her behalf. But before our jury member Liz Flierenthart, we read the jury's comment.
Hi, everyone. Une famille shows the power of empathy through speaking about the unspeakable. It shows at the same time how hard it is for victims and survivors of sexual abuse to speak out about what happened to them. We, as a jury, praise Christine Angot for the openness in all her vulnerability, an openness she must have needed to make this movie. She offers the audience a glimpse of hope in the process of healing after traumatic experiences. Victims and survivors are often silenced and left alone. Angot shows us how important it is to tell your own personal story and thus be an inspiration to others. Thank you.
So my name is Aurélie Godet. I'm one of the programmers who invited the film. I share with Christine a citizenship, but we presented and discussed this film together to the Berlin audience, and we did so with great emotion, joy and pride. Christine indeed is in the southwest of France right now because the film is released in France in March. And already continuing this exchange with the audience. I hope it will happen in many countries. Indeed, this film is much more universal than French. And I do hope that this very unique and brave way to make films will continue to find a space in major film festivals. She thanks you and is proud indeed that her words and images were appreciated and understood. Thank you.
Yeah, let's look here.
this.
So, congratulations and thank you very much. There's nothing much to say. Yeah, so far for this ceremony. Thank you very much. Thank you for your support, for your friendship, for your creativity. We won't see next year. I will change a little bit. After a heart attack last summer, I decided to spend more time watching my Chardonnay grapes growing in the Champagne region, and well, let's see. You're always invited. Have a nice time. All the best to you. It was a great time. Thank you. Goodbye.